The Last of Us, obviously, we've been talking a lot about The Last of Us. It is simply one of the best TV shows. We're only 4 episodes in, but that I've seen in years. It's not been many shows that have captured me so instantly and so completely just in the first few episodes. The Last of Us has done it. Now, up until episode 3, the rating numbers and the viewership have been going up and up and up in incredible amounts. I believe the first episode launched and in its first 24 hours had just under 5 million views. Then there were about 4.6, and the next one went up to almost 6, and then the third one up to like 6 point something, and it kept going up. Now, there was some talk going around that because episode 3, which is one of the best single episodes of television I've seen in a long time, but there's kind of a heavily gay element to the thing, which is whatever. It told a beautiful story and I loved it. But some people, even in our own chat board, suggested that, well, episode 4's rating numbers are going to go down now because people don't want that. Well, wrong. The numbers have set a new viewership record for them. As according to Variety, The Last of Us episode 4 has hit a new series high in viewership, even though it was going to head-to-head against the Grammys, which got 12 million views, by the way. Apparently, the Grammys had bigger viewer numbers this year than they've had in a while.
Yeah.
At any rate, Variety writes the following. Episode 4 of The Last of Us set yet another series high. Let's go over to my screen there for a second, Jonathan. Set another series high with 7.5 million viewers in the first 24 hours on Sunday night's episode, up 17% just from last week's 6.4 million that tuned in to episode 3. That the show's audience is still growing at this point is especially impressive feat, as episode 4 aired on HBO and released on HBO Max during the telecast of the 65th Grammys, which brought in 12.4 million viewers, its highest audience since 2020. Still, a major contingent of viewers chose to watch The Last of Us instead, or chose to stream the new episode after the 3-hour-long award show. So, Last of Us continues. Now, the traditional linear thing of a lot of television shows has been debut episode, peaks high, it drops over the next couple of episodes, then plateaus out. If the show is good, then it plateaus out, and then as it gets into the season finales, the ratings go up a little bit. That's kind of been the normal profile of a semi-successful show. This has been following the same pattern that, say, WandaVision was following, where people tuned in, big viewership in the first one, loved it. Word of mouth spreads. More people come to watch the second one. Loved it. Word of mouth continues to spread. More people came for the third episode. Word of mouth continues to spread. And now we're on episode 4. And there are still people that I keep hearing from of, I haven't watched this Last of Us show yet. I think I got to jump onto it this time. And they're going to get caught up. They're going to get watching this. And this is truly a testament to just how great this show is. Now, I didn't think any show could come along. I was anticipating that Last of Us was going to be really good because you got Craig Mazin on it, right? The guy who did Chernobyl, which is like the best miniseries I've seen in over a decade. So I knew it would be good. And the source story of Last of Us is good. So I knew it would be good. I never thought it would replace Yellowstone as my favorite show on right now. And in just 4 episodes, The Last of Us, like if a new episode of Yellowstone came on right now, we're going to be talking about Yellowstone a little bit later. But if a new episode of Yellowstone were to come out tonight and a new episode of The Last of Us, sorry, Kevin, I'm watching the new episode of Last of Us first. I will then quickly go and watch Yellowstone right after that. But this show is phenomenal. The numbers show that out. Rob, is it surprising to see these numbers continue to grow, and not just like by little single digits? These are double-digit growth numbers week after week. And how high can this thing go?
Well, look, a great narrative and great storytelling is self-evident. And I think, people, when you're looking for great entertainment, you're looking for great characters and great stories. And I think the desire to find great characters and great stories transcends things like political ideology or things like that. And I think that The Last of Us has provided some beautiful character development, great world building, and great storytelling. And I think ultimately that trumps anything else. If people are compelled by a narrative to keep watching, and especially, John, post-apocalyptic shows aren't exactly unfamiliar to audiences.
No, that's true.
You know, Walking Dead and things like that. But what The Last of Us, the show has that the game had, is that emotional connection. And that goes beyond, I mean, take away the post-apocalyptic nature of it. The relationship between a broken man and a girl that reminds him of his dead daughter. And that relationship, that's something that I think all human beings respond to. Now, we get the deliciousness of clickers and bloaters and evil hunters, action adventure, and that's good too.
That sounds like something from a fetish party, but yes.
but you know what I mean? I mean, the show's good and it's really well done. And I think that's what anybody is looking for. And, you know, I've found that great television transcends anything. If you find a great narrative, people will go see it. They'll watch something. It doesn't matter what it's about. You know, if it's good, they'll watch it. And this is so well done. This represents, I guess we call it still television, broadcast, streaming, call it what you want. But this represents peak television in the way it's made, the way it's written, the way it's acted, the way it's produced. Everything about this show is first rate. So it doesn't surprise me that it's finding the audience. And I think it's just, I don't know how high it's going to go, but I think it's going to go higher, baby.
Yeah, it's
never coming down.
It's going to get into the double digits in the first 24 hours, I think, by the time we get to like episode 7, but it just keeps racing. Guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? The numbers for The Last of Us just continue to climb higher and higher and higher. It is one of the best things on television right now. What are your thoughts on it? Maybe you think it's a little bit overrated. Maybe you haven't checked it out yet. Maybe it's your favorite show of all time. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.